in response to the earlier segment, we got to talk about Trump. I know. We're all tired of electoral politics, but you know what? We got to talk about it. We have to, because now Trump is in a little bit of a quandary here. Okay. Yes. Trumpers. Because you got to hold your boy accountable. You guys got to step up, because one of his promises was to pardon the people who partook in the day that the liberals just won't get over. They keep on bringing it up like an ex-girlfriend that you keep on fighting with. January 6th, the stupidest day ever. I will curse that name till the day I die. All right. It was dumb then. It was dumb now. It was stupid. Everyone keep on saying, oh, it's the end of the republic. It's the end. There'll be civil war. Oh, shut up. Shut up, everybody. Get over it. Just get over it. It was a dumb day, and everyone that was involved was stupid. Stupid. But now, with the pardoning of Hunter Biden, Trump, all right, buddy, boot up and suit up. Because now you got to kind of, hold yourself accountable for what's going to happen on January 6th. So, first of all, I want to pull up two videos here. One in which Trump was commenting on the prosecution, or is that what was happening to Hunter Biden, and he made this prediction. So let's set the groundwork for everything, folks. Let's set the groundwork for everything.
You've talked about wanting to unify the country if you're elected. If you are president again, in the name of unity, would you consider pardoning Hunter Biden?
Well, I wouldn't do anything that would be overt in terms of Hunter. It's a sad situation, but I could have done that with Hillary Clinton. She was crooked Hillary. She's crooked Hillary. And I said, wouldn't it be terrible to take the president of the United States, put his wife in jail? And she was Secretary of State aside from everything else. You're going to take the president's wife and put her in jail. And I tempted down. You saw that when they were going, put her up, lock her up. And I'm going, nice and easy. People don't remember that. Nice and easy. And
Fermilab, what did you do with that collider machine? Just let us know. How'd you screw up the timeline?
And we won. But wouldn't that be terrible? And then I found out that when I came in over nothing, look, I got 2 impeachments and I won. I'm winning all the cases. How about the case in Florida? The big case was the one in Florida. I won that case. What they've done is use the FBI and they've used the Department of Injustice to go after their political opponent. And it has never been done in this country. And people say, am I going to do that? And the answer is no, I don't want to do that. It's so bad for the country. The precedent they've set is so bad for our country. But I could have done it with Hillary, and certainly you do it with Hunter or whatever, but I don't want to do it with Hunter either. And I'll bet you the father probably pardons him. Let's see what happens. But
yes, that's what happened.
He's a bad boy. There's no question about it. But I don't want to hurt people. I really don't. I have to say this. The country has to heal. It has to get better. We have a really, there's tremendous anger in this country from the stupidity that we're watching. 4 years of gross incompetence, 4 years of stupidity, and she's worse than he is. I believe, I watched CNN last night. I watched her performance on a town hall or whatever you want to call it. She's not even coherent, and we've had that for 4 years.
So let's go ahead and also bring something else up, because he was asked this question at the infamous CNN town hall with one Caitlin Collins of CNN. Let's play this video.
Will you pardon the January 6 rioters who were convicted of federal offenses?
I am inclined to pardon many of them. I can't say for every single one, because a couple of them probably they got out of control. But, you know, when you look at Antifa, what they've done to Portland, and if you look at Antifa, look at what they've done to Minneapolis and so many other places. Look at what they did to Seattle and BLM. Many people were killed. These people, I'm not trying to justify anything, but you have 2 standards of justice in this country, and what they've done, and I love that question, because what they've done to...
By the way, hold on. We're going to wind just a little bit of that. Lucy Bell writes, let's just make January 6th a paid national holiday, a day of mourning with stimulus checks, as meaningless as every other BS proclamation. Money talks and that BS walks. Lucy Bell for the win. Much love to you. There you go. And Melissa, hey, you have returned to us. Melissa broke the heart. Don't break our hearts. All facts, no printer. Absolutely.
So many people is nothing. And then what they've done to these people, they've persecuted these people. And yeah, my answer is I am most likely, if I get in, I will most likely, I would say it will be a large portion of them,
Will you pardon the
But now let's go ahead and pull up this video here. Now, I found this to be interesting, and this is how I feel about Hunter Biden being pardoned. It shows the hypocrisy. It also shows the fact that, again, Biden, who wrote the crime bill, and again, that crime bill devastated countless families across the country because of this ridiculous war on drugs. I mean, never asked the CIA how it got involved with the cartels. No one ever wants to know that horrific story. I mean, there's a reason why also there's hippos living in South America too. Come on. Anyways, a little bit off topic there. But I'm not surprised by it. But this now also sets the precedent where Trump is going to have to stand up now. He's going to probably be put in a quandary of a position. And maybe this was Biden's, it could be theorized, maybe the Democrats' way of putting Trump in his place too. Would he take the risk of pardoning the people from January 6th? Now, to be clear here, January 6th, what the media doesn't talk about, but they're slowly starting to bring it up now, is that during that infamous day, there just wasn't the police holding back a dangerous crowd. In some parts of Capitol Hill, doors were open, said, come on in, fellas. Come on in. And let's not forget infamous Nancy Pelosi's video where, she's trying to wonder in her last senile moments, oh, gee, did we really deny the National Guard? Because, again, Trump has gone on the record saying he wanted the National Guard there. Everyone kind of forgets that. But this sets the precedent now. Will Trump have follow-through for the people of January 6th? And if you're a diehard Trump supporter, I would be holding your boy's feet to the fire. Just saying, hey, is he going to do it? Because this pardon that Hunter Biden got, it opens the door for everyone else who participated for January 6th to be pardoned as well. In theory, let's play this.
Secondly, let's get to Hunter Biden. I have a very different position than almost anybody else you're going to find on the right. I agree with the pardon, 100%.
Now, notoriously, I'm going to give you a shout out here. Democrats gave Donald Trump the go-ahead. You're not wrong. You made an absolute correct statement there. If I was Donald Trump, I'd pardon everybody I want, including myself. To which, in theory, yes, he could. He very well could. Doors open. After all, I mean, do the laws of the land apply to the top 1%? No, it doesn't. Come on. What do you think this is? A constitutional republic? Get out of here, you silly goose.
Two reasons. Number one, just ask yourself one question. If you were president,
and yes, I am looking at his hair. That's what you. Yeah, it's mastermind. That looks like a comb under, not a comb over. Everybody, be nice. Body positivity here.
and this was your son, would you pardon him? He didn't hurt anybody. Understand, nobody's above the law. But if this was your son, would you pardon him? Unless your answer is no, you really have no right here to complain. It's his son. He pardoned him. If it was my son, I'd have pardoned him if I was president. I don't know what happened. Guns, taxes, whatever, stole money. I would have pardoned him in a heartbeat. So that's number one. Number two, here's what the pardon of Hunter Biden does. And forget Hunter Biden. Who cares? I hope he takes care of his children and has a good life. I don't care. But here's what I do care about. These people in the gulag, the J6 gulag. This gives President Trump the absolute moral authority to pardon every single one of them. Not some of them, not some of them, all of them. At 12:30 p.m. on January 20th, all of them need to be out by 5 o'clock. Every single one. Now, let me just ask you this. Would you trade? Would you make a trade and say, I'm going to trade all the J6 prisoners to get out of what they've gone through, every single one of them, for Hunter Biden? Would you make that trade? Of course you would. So you know what?
Bad Cookies writes, Mastermind Hour. When he went to the barber and asked for a trim, a part of the barber took him very seriously. Took him very serious. Okay. Guess what? Bad Cookies, Mastermind Hour. Get up, explain your actions, and go to the White House counselor. I am shocked at my audience. It's like you're almost being encouraged to be mean. Where did you learn this from? Who shot Hannibal?
But everybody else on my side, on our side, is going to be blasting the pardon, and you're going to get all the sound bites. I'm in favor of it because it gives Trump the moral authority on J6. And frankly, that to me is really what matters. Okay.
So let's go ahead and pull this up. Let's go ahead and pull up this article here. Some RT just to trigger the libs. Trump slams shocking pardon of Hunter Biden. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump and congressional Republicans have blasted outgoing President Joe Biden. What a sloppy mess. Be sure to bring plenty of wet wipes. For pardoning his son, Hunter Biden, who was convicted of tax evasion and illegally purchasing a gun. The sentencing in both cases have been scheduled for this month, but out the window. Okay, so there you go. Whatever. Despite saying publicly that he would not interfere in his son's cases, the president went back on his word and announced the pardon on Sunday evening. He labeled the convictions a miscarriage of justice, arguing that Hunter Biden had been singled out because of his ties to the president. According to a statement from the White House, the pardon applies to all offenses that were or may have been committed between January 1st of 2014 and December 1st of 2024. This period covers accusations by Republicans that Hunter Biden acted as a bagman on behalf of his father during allegedly illicit business dealings in China and Ukraine. Two places that seem to be conflict zones or intensified with hostility. The president and his son have denied the claims. The Republicans, who have long accused the Biden administration of politically motivated prosecutions, condemned the pardon. The failed witch hunts against President Trump have proven that the Democratic-controlled Department of Justice and other radical prosecutors are guilty of weaponizing the justice system. Trump's spokesperson said in a statement, that system of justice must be fixed and due process must be restored to all Americans, which is exactly what President Trump will do as he returns to the White House with an overwhelming mandate from the American people. Well, all right, let's talk about this now, because here's something that Trump did promise. And a promise, folks, is a promise. To quote Avery Brooks, especially for playing his role as Captain Benjamin Sisko, the best Starfleet captain in Star Trek history, Benjamin Sisko. All right, shout out to Avery Brooks. A promise is a promise. Trump compared the treatment of the president's son to the prosecution of his own supporters who stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, the day I hate the most, 2021, hoping to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. Does the pardon given by Joe Hunter include the January 6th hostages who have now been in prison for years? Such an abuse and miscarriage of justice, Trump wrote on Truth Social. Well, gee, if I was a Trump supporter, now's the time to be like, hey, yo, ding, 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 ding. Let's do that. But hey, let's also ding, 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 ding. Pardon one Julian Assange and maybe another guy, somebody named Edward Snowden. Just throwing it out there. Many top Republicans in Congress were appalled, with Senator Chuck Grassley saying he was shocked by Biden's decision. This pardon is Joe Biden's admission that Hunter is a criminal. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, you know me. Congressman Andy Biggs claimed Joe Biden will go down as one of the most corrupt presidents in American history. They're all corrupt. But this does call into question of, will Trump have that follow through of ensuring that his supporters will be pardoned? Now, Trump doesn't really have to do anything, but he does have that power now. A precedent has been set by Biden and his administration. And if I was a betting man, I would say this is a golden opportunity to do so. Should Trump take advantage of this, and once he's sworn into office, if he does pardon the people for January 6th, it does lead to one thing. Yes, there will be upset liberals and Democrats, but the Democrats don't have a power base. They don't have a real movement. Whatever remained of their political organization that was started up by Bernie Sanders in 2016 and by proxy a little bit by 2020 has now since evaporated. I mean, AOC and Bernie can't pull in the numbers. Nancy Pelosi, her power is waning. Joe Biden is a senile old bat. Obama is not respected. Trump really has that clear path to do so. And he can, and he very well could. And in turn, that will give him a bigger boost amongst his supporters and followers. It can also lay the foundations for maybe potential gains for the 2026 midterm election cycle. It's all in his hands right now. But a promise is a promise. And the thing is, Trump got very lucky that he got the Electoral College and as well as the popular vote. Theoretically, yes, he does have the wave of support. Maintaining it, though, will be key. What will he do? Because the pathway has been made wide open. Will he take advantage of it? Or will he, like all politicians, forget? We'll keep on following this story. And just to let you guys know, we did actually interview the infamous January 6th shaman. You could check that out. We did that last year during this month of December. So check it out if you haven't done so already. In fact, we will post that link to this video as well. So there you go. You'll be able to check it out and hear it for yourselves. I told you, stay tuned to Hardlands Media. It's going to be a crazy ride in 2025, the year of the snake.